Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's your friend Ryan Rolfe with the Dsmsold team at Keller Williams Legacy Group here in Des Moines, Central Iowa. And it's time for another episode of Monday Market Update. Last week I was at Keller Williams Mega Camp down in Austin, Texas, enjoying the heat, of course. It wasn't as hot as last year. Last year it was above 100 the entire time that we were there. It was in the 90s this year. So I know Iowa had much better weather. It was actually in the 70s and 80s. So missed out on some great Iowa weather, it sounds like. Anyways, last week I did not do Monday Market Update, so I do apologize for that. This week, I wanted to jump back into things and let you know what's happening in Central Iowa. And the good news is that rates are definitely continuing to trend down. So they're not quite a whole percentage point lower than they were at the same time last year. It's about 0.75%. And yet, it's likely that we might see them continue to come down. Now, granted, I don't think we'll see 4% interest rates or, anything below 5% before the end of the year, if even after the end of the year. Yet we might see if the Federal Reserve lowers their federal funds rate, even though that's not directly tied to mortgage rates, we might see rates come down a little bit. So we just came off the 11 days of the state fair. We tend to see fewer listings go on the market during that 11 days. We also tend to see fewer pendings. It could be weather related as well. So this year, weather was great. We saw quite a big difference in pendings than we did in previous years. And yet the market's a little bit different this year as well. Overall, the overall pendings by week are lower than they were last year. Now, that doesn't mean that homes still aren't selling. It just means that, homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, and we're continuing to gain inventory. So we've got 3,548 total active homes as of late yesterday. That's in the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors at Multiple Listing Service. So we're continuing to gain inventory, not quite as fast as maybe we had been earlier this year, and yet with fewer pendings, more listings coming on the market, even though it's maybe not necessarily a whole bunch of new listings. Listings are sitting a little bit longer, so buyers are having more time to look at homes. Again, if you watch my videos previously, I always am talking about when you're listing, we want to look at what your competition is doing, especially now. A couple years ago, you could put your home on the market and it would sell like that because everybody was out looking, right? Now it's buyers that really need to buy. They've got a reason to buy or to sell. So when you're listing your home, we want to make sure that it's presented well, priced appropriately, and that it stands out against the competition. And as buyers, you have the ability to ask for potentially more concessions and, be a little bit more picky about your home purchase. So rates right now are about 0.75% lower than they were at this time last year. They may continue to go down as well. So we'll see what happens there, and if maybe that brings us into a busier last quarter of the year. If you remember last year, October, November, December, when rates started to come down, that's when things started to get a little bit busier again as well, because they had been trending up as where they were. We almost got to 8% last year. So that being said, that's a little bit about what's going on in the Des Moines and Central Iowa real estate market. This weekend, we saw 156 new homes come on the market. 105 homes went into pending or under contract status, and 152 homes sold and closed. So if you've got questions about what all this means for you, whether you're thinking about buying or selling, or just curious about what's going on in the market, feel free to reach out. We are always here to help. And thanks for watching. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.